seriously met several people, over 4 or 5 people. My buddies used to come here, but sometimes, literally, and it's not just because it's on videotape, but sometimes it's in the middle of the night. In Chico Hot Springs, there's a girl that cries.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I'm not. This is straight up. I've never encountered it. This is more just stories.
That's
but
like Torrey Pine right there.
I believe some. Hold up, I believe some of my buddies, but this girl, she died. I don't know if it was exactly in her sleep, but she died of a fever. She died of high temperatures of a fever when she was in her early teens, 13, 14, 15, something like that, in the late 50s, and her lover was in his mid-20s, and he was a...
so she was 50 and he was 20?
No, he was...
Oh,
he was in his 40s, actually, and she was like 18 or 19. It was more like... He was in his 40s, and she was like in her 20s. And he died in a tragic accident, and I want to say it was... I'm not even going to say, actually, because I've heard there's a lot of different stories, but she cries in the hallways sometimes. And
I was talking with my friend, the night auditor, and all of a sudden up from the top shelf jumps out a washcloth right into my foot. And I knew it was Percy, and said, "Doesn't scare me." And a couple times I go into the kitchen and the glass would drop down into my foot and would feel the cold chill, which usually indicates a presence. And but I've known a lot of people over the years that have definitely experienced something. You know, we do have our resident ghost, so to speak, Percy, but there's also another nasty one that lives above the saloon that I've known many bartenders in the past years have experienced rather nasty, like an old miner. He's got a long beard, supposedly pinned him against the wall and just freaked him out over the years, but that was many, many years ago.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Huh. So like when the washcloth fell, where did the washcloth come from, you think?
It was inside our ice bucket, and it literally, I mean, the ice bucket did move, but the cloth was in it and jumped like out, from the top shelf down my foot.
Do you think?
But I've known many over the years, many employees and some people have definitely experienced something. And of course, we do have a history by, if you look at the front desk, we have a photocopy of a chapter of a book, Old Ghost Stories of the West, which talks about Percy. And actually, the general manager was the stories about 2 security guards coming into the saloon, delivering the bank from the saloon to the night auditor, and there was the ghost manifesting by the piano. They got a Polaroid camera, took a picture, but it was only like a gray blob. There were 3 people that witnessed that. And by the way, that security guard now is a sheriff deputy in this county.
Okay. Yeah. So that's like even adds to like the believability of what he does.
Yeah. So that's about it.
Well, do you think that there could be kind of earthquake, like because there's hot springs here, like maybe the seismic activity could move where things would tend to fall off or move for some reason?
No, you can definitely tell because there's like a cold chill, and that's usually the sign of a disincarnate entity or so-called ghost. I have a different understanding, or there's basically just when someone dies, they don't go to heaven by free will choice because they have strong attachment either to a place and or person. And thus what you get your so-called haunting is because of their strong attachment and lack of letting go and moving on to a higher or whatever evolution.
That's pretty interesting. So maybe it's kind of like a choice, I guess, in a way, almost.
Yes. Something like that.
I guess like even Indians used to come to places like this for spiritual reasons, maybe? or maybe
You
it
know,
was
I don't
because
know
it
the
was hot.
I don't know the historical, you know, like a sweat lodge or something like that. I don't know.
Well, yeah, dude, trying to think of something else. Yeah, so, where would be the best place to find Percy, like, out of all? Or the Miner, either one.
You know, you can't really pick and choose. Anywhere in the hotel, basically, usually third floor.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, like I've experienced, you know, in the lobby, in the dining room, especially in the back of the dining room, there's the cocktail lounge.
Okay.
Percy had issues because she died in the 30s, but she was against alcoholic beverage, you know, during the time of Prohibition. So, really anywhere.
Yeah. I'll have to read. Do you know the page of the book? The page that it's the stories on about it being haunted here? In the book in the lobby?
It's a chapter.
Oh, it's a chapter.
It's
Okay.
a photocopy of the chapter from some book.
Where's that book at? Is it?
That I don't know, but
Might have to ask the guy if he's still around real quick.
yeah, but you can ask the guy at the front desk, and he'll just give you a copy that we keep.
Cool. Okay. Well, thanks a lot
You're
for
welcome.
talking about it and everything.
People have recorded just seeing her. People have seen her
Mm-hmm.
out in front of their door, out in front of her door, crying in the middle hours of the night. And that's what a lot of people who actually come to Chico Hot Springs don't like renting from the second floor. It's because right on the turn to get to 200, right around the 230 mark, right where my door's at the 215. That's the